So apparently a lot of y'all don't like to drink water.
Anything to drink? Oh yeah, totally. Here you go. Oh my God, thank you so much.
For some people, it's a taste issue.
I'm thirsty, dude.
Me too. I'm gonna get water. You want some?
You got soda?
I will have maybe 1 glass of water a day. And then every 3 nights or so, I'll wake up and go, like I'm gasping for air, but I really just need water.
So this lady waits until she feels like SpongeBob when he went to go visit Sandy, and it's not what I'd recommend. The reality is that not liking water is not cute. When you don't drink enough water, your body suffers multiple consequences that go way beyond just having a dry throat. So let's talk about it. In today's video, we're going to talk about hydration and why it is so important. First off, water does a lot of things. It acts as a building material, a solvent, a reaction medium and a reactant, a carrier for nutrients and waste products. It helps in thermal regulation, and it acts as a lubricant and shock absorber. Water is involved in pretty much every physiological process that takes place in the body. And as I'm sure you know, it makes up the majority of your body weight. In infants, water makes up 75% of total body weight. This percent decreases as we get older to around 55% in older adults. Men usually have more water in their bodies due to the higher percent of lean body mass that they carry, which attracts water. Yet, many people don't drink enough water. Some people say they don't like how it tastes. Others say they don't like having to run to the bathroom every 5 minutes. And for some people, it could be a matter of access to clean water. There are many reasons why people may not drink enough water. In today's video, I'm going to discuss 7 things that can happen if you keep ignoring that bottle of water sitting on your desk. The first thing is that not drinking enough water can reduce your brain power. There is some scientific evidence that shows that being dehydrated can have a negative effect on short-term memory, attention, coordination, alertness, concentration, and mood. Not drinking enough water could affect your cognitive function for many reasons. Functional magnetic resonance imaging, or fMRI, evidence shows that poor hydration can lead to reduced activity in some regions of the brain. Not surprising when you consider that the brain is about 3/4 water. Studies in children have linked poor water intake to reduced short-term memory and executive function. Conversely, better hydration has been linked to enhanced cognitive flexibility and short-term memory. The second thing is that not drinking enough water can restrain your athletic performance. This matters even if you're not an athlete. For any sort of physical activity, it's important to start out in a well-hydrated state and to hydrate well during and after the activity. When you lose a lot of water during exercise, your body has to work harder to pump blood and regulate your body temperature, 2 things that are essential for preventing heat stroke. Less water in the body also reduces your VO2 max. VO2 max refers to the maximum amount of oxygen that your body can absorb and use while you're exercising. It's a common measure of aerobic fitness. This is really important for endurance sports like running. And even if you're not a runner, it's a good idea to do things that maximize your VO2 max, since it is an indicator of how well your heart and lungs are working. Reason number 3 is that poor water intake can affect your kidneys. For people who have had kidney stones in the past, drinking enough water to increase urine volume to at least 2 liters a day was proven in a clinical trial to reduce kidney stone recurrence. Also, drinking less than 2 liters of water per day has been linked to an increased likelihood of developing chronic kidney disease. Reason number 4, poor water intake can affect your weight. Not drinking enough water has been associated with having a higher BMI. Conversely, being well hydrated has been linked in multiple studies to having a lower BMI, waist circumference, and percent body fat. For people who are at baseline not drinking enough water, increasing water intake might help to stave off overeating. If you have a higher BMI, then there's a good chance that you actually need to drink more water than the recommended intake of 3.7 liters per day for men and 2.7 liters per day for women, since these estimates do not account for people in larger bodies. Number 5, failing to hydrate well can harm your heart. Chronic dehydration is one of multiple factors that can contribute to a higher risk of high blood pressure, venous thromboembolisms, heart disease, and stroke. When you aren't properly hydrated, the total volume of blood in your body decreases. To make sure that your organs are still getting the oxygen and nutrients that they need and clearing out waste products, your heart beats faster and your blood pressure goes up. What's more is that your blood gets thicker and saltier, so that makes it even harder for your heart and blood vessels to keep the circulation going. Reason number 6, skipping out on water intake can also affect your blood sugar. Low water intake has been linked to high blood blood sugar in several research studies. Being well hydrated reduces the concentration of sugar in your blood by increasing the total volume. This is something that I have observed myself working with people with type 2 diabetes. A common first step for people with diabetes who are experiencing hyperglycemia or abnormally high blood sugar is to drink a glass of water to help bring that blood sugar level down. Reason number 7, low water intake can cause constipation. If you have trouble emptying your colon regularly, it could be because you are not drinking enough water. I'm going to talk about stool for a second here, so be forewarned. For your body to make feces, water has to be absorbed in the large intestine. However, if you do not have enough water in your body will try to retain whatever water it still has, resulting in there being less water in the colon. This leads to stool that is dry and harder to pass. So before you buy a laxative, it might be a good idea to start by measuring your daily water intake. Okay, we're done with that section. You have ample reasons now to drink water, but how much water are you supposed to be drinking anyway? The Institute of Medicine recommends that adults consume 3.7 liters per day for men and 2.7 liters per day for women. Note that this includes plain water as well as other liquids and foods that provide water. Realistically though, these are just general recommendations. How much water you need depends on a lot of factors, including age, sex, and body weight. Certain temporary factors can also play a role in how much water you need on a given day. For example, exercise, hot weather, or illnesses like fever, diarrhea, and vomiting can increase your water needs. While this may not work for everyone, it's most helpful to listen to when your body tells you that it needs more water. There are two important ways in which your body communicates with you about how much water it needs. One is the thirst signal, and the second is the color of your urine. Let's start with the thirst signal. When you're dehydrated, your blood becomes more concentrated. In the brain, the hypothalamus has detectors called osmoreceptors, which detect this change in concentration. The hypothalamus then signals the posterior pituitary gland to produce the hormone vasopressin, also known as antidiuretic hormone. This hormone in turn tells your kidneys to make less urine so that you don't lose too much water, and that prompts you to pick up a glass of water. Now let's talk about the color of your pee. One of the best ways to know if you're drinking enough water is to look at the color of your urine. Charts like this one can be helpful. Generally speaking, if your urine is totally clear, you're likely drinking too much water. This could be problematic as it could lead to low electrolyte levels over time. Electrolytes are important for keeping your muscles working and your heart beating, so it is important not to overhydrate. A healthy urine color is pale yellow. Once you get into the amber or honey colored territory, that generally means that you need to drink more water. All right, that's it for today. Take care.